In this video, I want to take a look at a game which I played recently. It is a bullet game, and I don't particularly recommend playing a bullet if you're trying to improve. Now, the reason I have been playing, well, there's a couple of reasons. One is I think the cheating problem is much bigger than what most people think, and in this time control it's almost impossible to just cheat. I mean, you may be able to use the engine to play a few moves but not the entire game. So the other reason is because I think it can be used as a tool to quickly go over any gaps that you might have in your opening repertoire. That being said, I think overdoing it can be actually detrimental to your chess. And, well, analyzing the middle game or the end game in this time control, probably not something you want to be spending a lot of time doing. Maybe if you find a particularly interesting position or end game, then you might want to just focus on that. But overall, the quality tends to be pretty low. Although here apparently I played at 84.6% accuracy, but that's at depth 18th, so maybe it's lower than that if you analyze it to depth 30. And some of the lines that the engine gives are pretty ridiculous. Like this, for example. It gave c5 as the best move. I'm not really sure why. If you go back and you take, you do have this isolated pawn, but opening up the position and having some sort of initiative with white might be enough compensation. Also, when you have the isolated pawn, you do have more space and by definition better attacking chances. Okay, we just skipped a whole lot of moves. Okay, and this is just ridiculous. Yeah, well, let's just skip that because that's not. This one looks almost as bad. And okay, apparently that's a mistake because I lost about a pawn advantage by playing that move. And this one is, wow, from move 14 to move 26. How is this helpful to anyone? Okay. And knight f3 check is a great move. It's just a simple fork. Okay, let's go back. So we have the Tartakower Gambit, and here my opponent played e3, which is not, I don't think it's theory. I mean, maybe it has been played, but I think the position is just equal after this. So taking is the best move. And here, this is apparently a mistake. I should have played knight f6. But, well, after what happened in the game, I'm just winning a pawn. And here my opponent blundered with queen takes, so apparently just giving a check is actually a very good move, because you have to play bishop e6. If you play something like bishop e7, knight f3 is very strong, because now the queen doesn't really have good squares. If you go queen c5, bishop e3, hitting the queen again, you have two pieces out, and pretty much all white has to do is castle and then bring one of the rooks to the c or d file, and I think the initiative is just too much. Definitely more than enough compensation, I think. And if you go something like queen here, I mean, if you have to go all the way back to d8, then you know something went wrong. But there was also a queen d7 here. What was the move? Here the engine will tell me castles. Bishop g5. So yeah, after this, black is just better. And well, yeah, bishop comes back because of the fork. Although without the queens, I would have considered something like king f1 myself. And here, well, I just force a trade of bishops, and I'm up a pawn, so the more pieces get traded, the happier I am. And now my opponent castles, but I don't really think it's necessary. Again, I'm just simplifying the position. Now g4, that's just a bad move, even if it's a bullet game. Pushing the pawns in front of your king. So now I'm taking advantage of this weak square, as well as controlling this g2 square. Not that I necessarily think that I'm gonna be creating a checkmating net with only a couple of knights and a couple of rooks, and that's just a blunder. And yeah, knight f3 is a great move, which is the most obvious fork you've ever seen. But anyway, yeah, hope that you liked the video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you next time.